A couple of weeks ago, an email landed in my inbox that caught my attention. It told me a disturbing story about a woman working on a UK farm. Let's call her Woman X. Woman X is a migrant worker from Central Asia in her 40s. On this particular farm, she was routinely harassed by her male colleagues. The email alleges that these men mocked her and repeatedly threatened to sexually assault her. One, I was told, took photos of Woman X without her consent and threatened to post them online. When she told her employer about the abuse that she was facing, instead of dealing with the men, they just relocated her. According to Flex, the organisation that shared Woman X's story with me, this isn't an isolated incident. As a reporter at the Fuller project covering labour issues, I was intrigued to know more. It's impossible to call something a systemic problem until you understand the scale of it. So my first question was supposed to be a simple one. Just how many migrant women work on Britain's farms? I was shocked by the answer. No one really knows. For decades, UK farms have relied on seasonal workers, produce we consume here and export as far as Singapore and Japan. The value of fruit production alone is £1.1 billion, yet the UK government doesn't seem to pay attention to the gender-specific experiences of migrant farm workers. And what it doesn't see, it cannot solve. Here's how Lucila Granada, Flex's CEO, put it to me.
They know very little about you because the data on women is very scarce. And the employer is not equipped to address gender-specific issues. To fix any problem, you need to know what the situation is, right? Why isn't it publicly available?
Granada said Flex is reaching out to the UK government to ask that very question. I too had questions for the government. I rang up the Home Office and was told there's a long-standing policy to not publish gendered data about this scheme, and that I needed to submit a Freedom of Information request if I wanted to know more. Next, I contacted the pithily named Gangmasters and Labour Abuse Authority. They exist to investigate labour exploitation in the UK. They told me,
"We are undertaking analysis to understand the gendered nature of labour exploitation."
Not very specific, but something we can follow up on. So, I still don't have a sense of the scale of the problem, but here's what I've been able to find out. 45,000 seasonal worker visas were available this year. A review of seasonal work in 2023 suggests women make up a quarter of the workforce. And according to Flex's new report, they face stark inequalities. They are more likely to take out loans just to get into the UK. Once here, they often get fewer hours of work than men and are paid less than what was promised. Woman X is probably back home now, but how many other women are going through what she did? Without publicly available data, we can only guess.